Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We are next to Galileo. We just got the lander back, brought it back up. It is now docked. This is weird. I can't get this here. Let's change the view a little bit. Free view. There we go. Okay, so obviously we're still in orbit of the moon. I did get the lander back up and docked with Galileo, no problem. It's right here. Had plenty of fuel to spare, and all I'm doing right now is I have a lot of science in here. I was almost at max. So what I was doing is transmitting some of the science from the lander. Then I noticed, hey, we have a ton of science here in the processing lab. So we're in the middle of uploading it to Kerbin. And when that's done, we'll probably go back to the Science Center. Well, we'll go back to the Space Center. Maybe go to the Science Center, see if there's any science that I want to unlock. I probably have maybe a couple thousand science to spend. Maybe not quite that much. So I was wondering, what do I want to do on this episode? Do I want to send this lander to Minmus? I do, but I think even more than that, I want to make a mining platform and land it on the moon and get some mining going. I think that's what I want to do this episode. So, let's see. Okay, so we have. See, I need to get some fuel into this thing. That has full fuel. What about this one? About half a tank. And this one? A little more than half a tank. These landers, let's see what they got in. That one's empty. Less than half a tank. And then the one that came back, it looks like it's going to have little less than half. So we need more fuel on this station. So we need to get the mining operation going quickly. We're almost done transmitting. By the way, I did the rover. Remember when I said I was going to go down into that flat area? That was basically just a crater. It's still counted as highlands. Or Midlands, so I have to find, there we go, 498 science added. So let's go back and take a look. Anyway, when I restarted the program and started this episode, and I went down to drive the rover, it was driving smoothly. The graphics weren't stuttering. It was really nice and smooth, so that was good to see. So I drove it down into that crater. It was still Midland, so I drove it back. It operated really well. It docked just fine, no problems at all. So this is definitely going to be our lander of choice here. This lander would be perfect to finish the what was it? This one over here, Layford's Curse, right here. So when this swings about over here, I'm going to finish this up. Because the rover, as I was driving it, it wasn't losing power. It was perfect. Alright, so let's go back to the Space Center. We'll just leave this here. See how much science we have. Okay, we have, wow, 2,600. And I haven't even really looked at the Minmus science station yet, so I'm not sure what's in there. Haven't really played with it much. I haven't been there since we got it in orbit, so I know I put a little bit of science in there, but I don't know how much it's got. 2,600 science. Wow. Let's see. Is there anything? Do we just want to fill these up here and start on the next row? Specialized control. This is only 160. We'll just go ahead and research that. Get that row done. And I do want some nuclear propulsion because I want to start sending probes to Eve and Duna, I think. And I think this is going to be best with these engines. I'm going to go ahead and research this. And advanced metalworks. This is docking ports. It's a larger docking port. A stack adapters. That looks like that's a winch. Another processing lab. Shielded docking port? Interesting. Docking module. So it's docking modules. Launch clamps. Do I need better launch clamps? I don't know. What else we got here? Composites. Protective shell. Oh, what's this? Overview cockpit? 2C cockpit for complex vessel designs. But is it for rockets or... Looks like it, yeah. Okay. Structural panels. Goo containment pod? 2 independent samples simultaneously. Okay. Well, if you bring a scientist, you don't need that. Observation window. This is all interesting. High altitude. You know, do I want to start getting into space planes? That might be fun. Heavy aerodynamics. What do I need here? Do I need heavy landing? Landing legs. Struts. Extra large landing gear. Intelligence satellite. Relay antenna. Okay. Very heavy rockets. Now, how much is this? 550? I think I don't ion propulsion. I'm not into that yet. I don't know exactly. I got 2100. I could just 1800 will fill this up here. Maybe I should just do that. I think I will, because I don't know exactly what I want and what I need. So at this point, and I'll be getting more science. So let's just fill this in here. Maybe I could start working on some large aircraft. There we go. We have 359 left. This is all we got left for our science tree. These are 550 each. Okay. These are 1,000 each. Alright. Well, we'll leave it at that for science. And then let's go over here to the mission control. See what kind of contracts are available. I might actually fast warp a little bit. And then go back in here, see what's available, if anything. Ooh. Conduct temperature surveys of Minmus. In spaceflight below. Yeah, I could probably do that right now. Well, it's over a certain area. Haul the K9X space bug. I don't even know what that is. It's probably one of the parts I just got. Ionization scan of the moon. Study the magnetic field environment around Minmus. We need a magnetometer scan. We might already have those on Copernicus, but I don't know. I'll look at these later. Right now, I think I don't see anything I need right away. So what I'm going to do, Minmus. And I still need to do that. Let's go ahead and work on the Trill, because I want to get that going. I need fuel. It's really expensive to haul fuel from Kerbin up to the moon, so let's start that now. Okay, I think we're going to go with a core. I don't think it needs to be manned, so I'm going to get my best core. And it's probably going to be 14 data transmitter. I need something. It's got a reaction wheel. It's got a nice SAS control, electric charge. I'll probably start with this and then basically build on this. Maybe an antenna, fuel tanks, an engine, and then surround it with a bunch of other structural elements where I can attach, say, where is the, is this the, no. I know I have the drill somewhere. I don't remember exactly where. And I don't think it's science. Soil sample. Where's the actual drill? It's been a while. I thought it was here. Oh, that's cool. Harpoon. Is this for, like, when you... anything that it collides with? Maybe you could use that to attach yourself to an asteroid? Alright, well, instead of just me blundering my way through this, I'm going to start... I need to find the drill first. I know I have it. Start on a design... and I might come back halfway through and show you what I've sort of come up with, so let me find the drill and get things organized, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is what I've come up with. Let me zoom out. It's better than I expected, I think. This is my first attempt at a mining platform. I think I'll call it mining platform. How about that? And let's save that. So this is what's going to land right here. This is the lander part. I did put a lander can on here because I want an engineer in here. From what I understand, if you have an engineer with your mining platform, you can do more mining. Your mining equipment works faster. So we have a lander's can. But we do have a probe core, a guidance unit. Since the engineer isn't a pilot, we have a docking port here, MechJeb, for basically rendezvous, and well, mostly docking, because this is going to dock directly with the space station. We have a communicatron antenna here. This is the Convertotron. This is the piece that... we go back to tanks. Okay. Oh, by the way, let me save this real quick. Again, go back. I want to show you something real quick too, because I think if I don't, it'll be a little confusing. So I was looking for the parts to do the mining. I couldn't find them. Well, that's because eventually I found them here, Advanced Science Tech. I did not have the excavators or the tanks or any of that, so I went to Advanced Science Tech. There they were. I only had 300 and something science left over, and this was 550. So I went to Copernicus and transmitted all the science it had, which is about 250 or so. And I had just enough to get the Advanced Science Tech with 26 left over. So let's go back in here. And I'll finish explaining this. So this is the Convertotron. It converts... let's go up here. I was going to put the big one on, but I don't think I need it. I don't really have to do it. This one basically converts ore into fuel faster. It's a little bigger though. It weighs 4 tons. This weighs only 1.25. So this converts the ore. Come on. can I get this? There we go. It converts resources, ore, into monopropellant and fuel and oxidizer. Magically, I guess. I don't know. But that's what it does. And we have that here. We have a large fuel tank here to store it. Well, actually, these are the ore holding tanks. These hold 300 ore each. And then it converts it through this, and it stores it in this tank here. Liquid fuel oxidizer, and then I got this big one here, which has liquid fuel oxidizer and monopropellant. I decided to use the Mariettas. I mounted 4 on the side, basically. 4 Mariettas. I have 7.39 thrust to weight ratio, almost 3 minutes of burn time. That should be enough. I got these cool little landers here, struts here, landing assembly. So this is what they look like when they're extended. These are the drills. I have 4 Drill-O-Matic Juniors because the big ones are just gigantic. See? So I didn't want those. I put 4 of these on here. And they go just below the landing pad, so they should reach. And what else? Solar arrays. Those are my solar arrays. And they have tracking. And these are my radiators. Ooh, it didn't close all the way, did it? I might have to adjust that. But these are the radiators. Let me see if this will close. Oh, it closed all the way that time. Should be okay. That's for cooling this thing up here. It requires cooling. And my thruster block, I believe, yeah, this has monopropellant. Holding tanks, this is my battery packs. I got 4 of them. They hold 1,000 each. And that's it. I thought that should do it. That's what it's going to look like. And I'm going to set up multiples of these. Now, this is my first version of these. What I really want is something a little bigger, which has a docking port on it, so that I can bring up a big rover, which has tanks. Basically a fuel vehicle, which I'm going to bring to the moon eventually, which can dock to this. Just drive up, dock to it, take all the fuel out, and store it somewhere, and then maybe I'll launch a landing pad or something for my landers to come down, or something to come down, or a refueling vessel that can take the fuel to the vessel and then take it up to orbit. This thing, right for now, is going to serve as that kind of an all-in-one vehicle. It does the mining, and then when it's ready, it's going to take it up to Galileo and Copernicus when I get one there. I also put the stack decoupler here because this is the way I'm going to attach it to the rocket, this way instead of turning it upside down. Of course, that won't be there when I land. So that's my vehicle. It's got plenty of thrust. Should be no problem landing this thing on the moon. And now I'm going to build a rocket for it. So I just wanted to show you that. And how much does this thing weigh? This thing weighs 23 tons. That's not terrible. So let's see if this still is balanced. Center of mass. Okay, and I got my thrusters right there. So this should be no problem docking this with the MechJeb. So I'll just mine and take it up there and dock with it. So okay, let's build the rocket. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, here we have it. All I did was I just instead of rebuilding the rocket, I just used a sub-assembly. The lander rover stage, I think, is what I used. Yeah, that one. So all I did was use that one, attach it, put on a fairing. I put it in here and changed this was a separate. I put the decoupler in instead. So I think just checking staging one more time. Decouple there. Fire up that engine. Decouple here. That engine, then decouple here. That looks good. And then this will take over. Let's put an engineer in there. Finally, we get a use for an engineer. Do we want to put Bill? Do we want Bill to be our first? I mean, it might as well, right? Let's put Bill in there. And we have we have a couple more engineers. Three more engineers. And that should be good. So I think I'm going to try and launch this and see how it goes. Get it to the moon and land it and start mining. Let's see how it goes. So we have 7,800 total Delta V, and this should be just fine. 7,800. Wow, that thing's huge, isn't it? Okay, let's check this one more time. We got this. Decoupler, engine, fairing, decoupler, engine, decoupler. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. We can put SAS on, because old Bill is not piloting, so let's see if we can get this up into orbit. I'm going to kick the throttle up a little bit, just in case, and let's go. It's probably too much throttle. Put it down to about right here-ish. Again, the Merlin will take over at some point and kind of determine for me what is best. Alright, when I get to about 200 meters per second, I'll start my turn right about now. I don't want this thing to tip over, though. Okay, so the Merlin slowed down. Yeah, we don't want to go too far over, but I need to start turning. Okay, we're about 300, getting close to 400. When I get up to 400, that's when I get the turn really going. There we go. With this much weight on the top. Alright, let's go ahead and get that thing turned over all the way. Right about here. See if I'll remember my shroud, or the fairing this time. Okay, I think that's good, right about there. And I'm going to get this up to about probably 80, maybe? Maybe 90. There we go. And so I'm going to get this in orbit, and I'll see you probably when we're approaching the moon, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. You've all seen all this before, so nothing that exciting. Alright, so I didn't really think about this before I launched, but I'd launched with a full tank of fuel. So let's go back here. I'm on my way. I just completed the burn to the moon. I have, what do we have left in this? 528 meters per second of Delta V, but these tanks are full of fuel. So I'm thinking that by the time I land on the moon, I'll have the tanks will still be full. So what I'm thinking about doing is rendezvousing with Galileo. If I can, I'm gonna have to start my maneuver like way out here. This is Galileo here. It's going this way, so I'm gonna have to go over the top. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Yep. it's going over the top here. So maybe I can start here, kind of get a burn where I can kind of sort of get close to that orbit, and then rendezvous, dump a bunch of fuel into Galileo, and then land. That's what I'm thinking. So it might have turned out to be something good after all. So let's a quick save. And then I'm going to, let's switch back to this. And let's do a little time warp. And get out there. And then see if we can do an insertion burn close to Galileo's orbit. Should be able to. And then we can do an adjustment once we get into orbit. We have plenty of fuel, so we should be able to do this. And here comes the moon. And there we go. Let's slow it down to here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We should be able to do this. Let's do it as far out as possible. 5, 6, and 7 minutes. Let's see if we can do this in 7 minutes. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get us into a sort of an orbit that closely resembles Galileo. I think that'll work. That's as close as I'm going to get. And this would be 139 meters per second. You know, wow, I'm not sure. Yeah, I should have tons of fuel to give Galileo. Alright, let's maneuver into position. I like this core because I get to tell it to point towards the maneuver node and stay on it. So it's 21-second burn in 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and forward a bit. Slow down. All right. So at 11 seconds or so, we'll start our burn. Now. I think actually what's going to happen is I'm going to use this tank I have here, which looks like this. You know, this one right here. And it's going to get me close to the rendezvous. Probably, I might be able to do the whole rendezvous, everything with it. And what I'll probably do is dump, after I rendezvous, with Galileo, I probably won't be able to put all my fuel in there, so I'm probably going to go down to the moon with some of it. But that's okay. Galileo did need a refill. A filler up. Okay, so here we are. I could go ahead and let MechJeb take over from here. Just to do it more quickly. Let's see what it wants to do. Oh, I need a target. Let's see how it wants to do this. I did try to do a rendezvous. Ooh, what happened? Did I hit Z? I must have. Okay, never mind. Let's go prograde. Actually, it's not that big a deal. Let's just never mind. What was I saying? I tried to do a rendezvous with MechJeb on the last, not on a video, but when I was trying to get the lander back up to Galileo, and I wanted to do a maneuver that would crash me into the moon. Yeah. So, needless to say, we canceled that and did it ourselves. So, don't always trust MechJeb 100%. Look and see what it's doing before you actually do it. Let's see. Galileo set his target. Rendezvous. It's probably going to match planes first. Yep. Okay. It's going to take 107 to match. Oh, that'll be just... That'll be just enough to finish this tank. And then we'll use the landers, the mining platform's onboard fuel to finish up. Let's auto warp here. We're going to have to orbit several times. Because I also think, yeah, we need our orbit to match the landing zone, and it has to be in the sun. So it might be a while before we can do that. Alright, what's it doing now? Match velocities. Actually, I don't know if I need to do that right now. Let's see. So it wants to, it's trying to get a little closer. I could have it dock here. This might be safer over here, though. So why don't we just... We have plenty of monopropellant. I'll let it do what it wants to do, I guess. How close is it? 64 meters? 63? You know, I think we're good. Let's disengage. Put SAS on. Can I close that? No? Why can't I close that? There we go. Alright, so let's do the docking autopilot. We're going to control from here. And I think it would be best to dock over here. And let's engage autopilot, and we should be docked soon. We'll dump fuel, and then I'm going to probably time warp quite a bit until I've got it in the right position to land. And then we'll land. Alright, we're closing in. 9 meters, 8. 7. Probably slow this down a bit. Turn off autopilot, and we should be docked. There we go. Excellent. We have docked with Galileo. Now we have, what? 3, 4, 5. We have 6 astronauts up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so let's, how much fuel do we have left? 1,393. How much should I dump into... How much should I dump into Galileo? I'm gonna dump all the monopropellant. Let's put this over here. In. I don't need the monopropellant to land, so I might as well put it all in here. Okay. got over here? In. Well, that's not totally enough. Do I have a little bit in here? I think I do. Ooh. Do I want to... I don't need the monopropellant, so... let's go ahead and... transfer it. I don't think there was any in this tank. Nope. There's a little bit in here. Not a whole lot, but there we go. And now let's transfer. How much do we want to transfer? We have 1,300. I didn't check how much Delta V was in this before I docked. Are these... maybe these are kind of full. And why can't... there it is. Alright, well... I don't want to put too much in there. Let's empty this one. Yeah, I kind of need to know how much Delta V's left in this. I'm going to go back and look real quick. Be right back. Alright, before we docked, we had 2,600 Delta V. And I went back and I basically stopped the recording, went and looked, and then started again. We had 2,600 Delta V in this. That's plenty. That's... let's take out like half of that. So we have... how much fuel is this? Alright, let's fill her up. That one's full. I'm going to empty this one, I think. And actually... I think I'm going to put a little bit more monopropellant in here. In case I need it when I'm... come on. Come on, why is it doing this? Yeah. There we go. Out. In case I have to maneuver away from Galileo with it. That should be enough. Alright, so I have 0 in that tank. I do have some in these little tanks. A little bit. And I do have... come on. It's starting to do this again where it's stuttering. 700. I'm going to... that's probably more than enough. So let's empty some of that. Not a whole ton, just a lot. Just some. Because I need some to get back down to land. Alright, out. Maybe 500? That's good. Okay. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, I think we're ready to go. But I need to check. Let's see, where are we? We're here. I need to do a lot of time warp to get this to come over here. It's going to be several days. I really wanted to do the landing in this episode. No, I want to focus on the moon. Can I do that? Okay. So I'm going to go back to... Come on. Go back to Space Center, and I might restart the program, because it's doing this thing again. Let's go back to Space Center, and then I'm going to do some time warp. Probably restart the program, and then we're going to do a landing. All right. Okay, let's go to the tracking station and get rid of some of this debris real quick. Okay, that is okay. Oh, MP is mining platform 1, by the way. Let's terminate that. And this debris, that's an orbit of Kerbin. All right. Copernicus, are they in the same orbit? I don't remember what the Copernicus probe is. Might have to go check that out. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do some time warp until this comes around, and I'll be back when I'm ready. And I think we've gone around at least, I don't know, 10, 15, 10 orbits probably. So I think, how do I want to do one more orbit? 2 more orbits? Where are we? Okay, we're right here. I think one more orbit, because I want to be somewhere not on the edge. I'd like to be right about here, but I don't know if that's going to do it. I don't know if we're going to be able to hit that mark. Well, maybe. We're going to be close. Alright, let's slow down, and now we should probably get into Galileo, undock, and move the lander, the mining equipment below, get it out of the way so we can start our descent. Okay, which way are we headed? We're headed in this direction. Okay. So, change my view. It's all messed up again. Alright, that's a lot easier to manage. Alright, so Bill is in here, right? Right. Okay. I saw something... Pilot only. Okay. Alright, it's time to undock. Okay, and then I have to switch over. And then let's get this thing situated so that, here, let's bring up the RCS and back off a little bit. There. And then I want to spin this, or I want to see... Here, let's not use the RCS for this. Okay. Right. Let's spin a little bit more. Rotate. Bring up some SAS. SAS, please? Thanks. Now we want to go the other way. You know, I should have put a better reaction wheel on this. Or another reaction wheel, because this turns really slowly. Alright, let's see if this reacts the way I expect. Stop. Okay, if I push this... Okay, that'll work, I guess. Alright, let's see where we are. Alright, I want to land... Whoa. How did I focus on Minmus? That was weird. Can I... Here, I'll just go back to... There we go. Alright. Where are we? Oh, the resource scanner isn't showing me what I want to... Okay, but we want to land somewhere in here, I think. Can I turn that back on? Probably not. I'd have to go fly the resource scanner again and then turn it on and then switch back, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to land right about here. Somewhere in here would be good. Okay. So let's time warp a little bit. And I think this thing has enough power to come to a stop pretty quickly. So I don't have to start my burn way back here. Is this going to be good? I think that might be good. Maybe a little further. Right about there. Okay. Whoa. See, when I press ×1, it needs to go to ×1. Now I'm going to overshoot my landing spot, I think. Let's go retrograde. And yeah, I kind of wanted to land right here. Maybe I can still do it. Let's see how fast this thing can slow down. I didn't really want to go into the trench here. And if I skip this, whoa. I thought I was a little lower than that. So if I get over the trench, I don't know, there's not a whole lot of places over here to land. So I want to try and push myself back, if I can. Stupid time warp. I just can't stand it sometimes. Let's go prograde. I'm gonna go over, push myself back this way a little bit. Okay. That should... Let's go retrograde now. How far... Yeah, I'd like to land right about here, if I can.
Now Don't send me a device as I stay still.
I think that'll do. Let's take a look at the map. Can I zoom in a little bit? Alright, let's deploy. Let's give it a little bit more. Okay, this looks good. I like this. Okay. I used up a lot of fuel, but not that it matters because I'm going to be refilling this, but I don't want to do that on future landings. I just have to not trust Time Orbital. It's too buggy. Okay. That looks pretty decent. I think that's pretty flat down there. We're going to find out when I get down there. So this is that big-ass trench, and a lot of the ore is near this. So we're going to land in a pretty good spot. Okay, it appears that we might be on a bit of a slope. Well, maybe not. I would prefer to be like right over here, but hopefully this isn't too bad. Now, I don't know what these struts are rated at, but I want to be below 5 meters per second when I touch down. Ooh, is that a big rock I'm going to be next to? Maybe not. That's a big rock. Alright, we're almost down. And hopefully this isn't a big slope. It's a little bit of a slope, but not a ton. Not significant. Okay. And oh. Right about there. Ooh, let's not bounce too much. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa. I think, gosh, I do not like that slope at all. Do I want to move over here? Like right over here? Not really. I think we'll be fine. I don't think it's gonna tip over. At least I hope not. Should be fine. Should be fine. So let's turn off the engines because I don't want to accidentally start those up. I've done that before where I'll be landed and I'm doing everything and then I accidentally hit the Z key. Oops. Alright, and let's bring out the drills. And hopefully the bouncing drills don't tip this thing over. I think we'll be fine though. Come on, deploy. And let's start. Start the harvesting. And they should be filling up the ore tanks. Ooh, core temps. Ooh, we need to get out the radiators because these things produce heat. And this will cool them off. Now I saw the radiator panels open slightly. Let's see how much electric charge this is taking. It is taking up quite a bit, so of course we're going to need some power. So let's extend our solar panels. And these do track, so we should be good. There we go. So yeah, a bit of a slope. Maybe I'll move it over here. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see our power consumption. We're actually, even with the ore, the driller's going, we're still gaining on power. Now, it depends on what happens when this thing starts. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, let's check the tanks. Excellent. They're filling with ore. Okay, let's start... I want to start this, and I want to make liquid fuel and oxygen. And let's see what the power looks like now. Wow, looks like it's break even. Yeah. Maybe I'll wait on that. Until I get some actual... I wonder what tank it's filling. Let's turn this off. Okay. Well, when we get the tanks full, we can turn on this. So do I not have enough radiator? Let's see. 2.7% load. Not sure. Yeah, I don't think there's enough in here. Enough ore. So we'll let the tanks fill up. And then we'll start at least a little bit, you know, and then we'll start processing and making fuel. I'll come back and check on this. So anyway, this is our first mining platform. I'm gonna probably send another one up here. Have a couple of them. Probably land it in the same area. Well, this is it. Hopefully we'll get a lot of fuel out of this and bring it back up to Galileo so that we can power future landings instead of bringing fuel from Kerbin. So there you go. I might send up another one in between episodes. I don't know. It depends on how much time I have. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.